Okay, so it's Saturday, August 6th. It's 7 a.m. back at Wade Creek. It's high tide right about now. It's about a 4.5, 5 foot high tide. Swell energy is around 235 and swell's like 4 to 5 feet. It's a little chilly today. It's in the low 50s. So it hasn't been this cold in a while. But it's still very pleasant. There's no wind. And in terms of catching conditions look pretty good. So I'm gonna head to the south. Caught a few fish there the other day, so we'll see how it goes. And I'm here today with Thong Nguyen. I think we fished together about maybe 10 times this year already. So we're just out here to try for a little bit and see how it goes. Man, catch conditions actually look pretty good. Okay, so as I get closer to the waves though, even though there's crashing waves, the good ones are way out there. It looks a little shallow here, but I'm gonna try here. We're just right south of the creek. Okay, so that's Thong's first cast. He uses sand shrimp, so he's got a better chance than I at catching anything. So let's see how he does. He's also using a 10-foot Santiam. He had an 11-foot, but traded it in for a 10-foot Santiam, and he says he likes the 10-foot a lot better. So I'm back to my 10-footer today. I can notice there's a big difference in terms of how the rod casts and loads, and I can also say it's a little bit easier holding my 10-foot waiting for a bite versus my 11-foot. Anyway, this is first cast, Thong's first cast, so we're just out here in a beautiful Oregon morning. North to the trees, that's where we had most of our luck at the beginning of this year, and it's only been recently that I've been going south because I was getting skunked on the north quite a bit. So I'm still going south. I'm going back to where I was the other day. Not quite there yet to my first landmark. Now he's coming back down to the south. So he must have went up there, looked at it, didn't like it. But I'm gonna ask him why he's coming back. How come you went up there? How come you went up there? Just to see what it looked like?
Yeah,
How come, it looks really flat, yeah. Shallow? I'm gonna head right to my spot. I'm gonna go, because right where the seagulls are, yeah. That's where I was catching the other day. We just moved to the first landmark, first cast down here. I just got a bite. Wasn't a huge one, but at least we got one right away. This is where I was with Hero the other day when we caught a couple of fish and had some action. One thing I noticed that's a big difference between my 10-foot and 11-foot Santiam, other than casting, is when I'm pulling in my spider weight, it's definitely much harder to do it with my 10-foot. So 10-foot's easier to hold. It's not as top heavy. So as I'm waiting for a bite, it's easier. But then as I'm trying to pull in my weight, it is a lot harder to pull it in. Anyways, I'm just trying the differences between the two. You know, there's pluses and minuses to both. Okay, I didn't feel a bite, but my middle worm came up, half massacred. And that's the natural. So hopefully it was a bite. So I've been here about 50 minutes now. I'm guessing this is like cast 10, maybe 11. And other than the one bite, I've had no action other than that. I think Thong also had a bite before, but he's had very slow action too. And as tide is going down, boy, catch conditions look really good. I can't believe we're not getting a bite, because there's some big crashing waves just right in front of us. And the water depth is pretty good. So I'm down to my second landmark, south of the creek. So I'm gonna start moving back north. Very disappointing day so far, but man, what a gorgeous day to be on the Oregon coast. It's so beautiful out here. Actually, I'm gonna go tell Thong that he should go move beaches. I think he's wasting his time here. And it's like an hour-and-a-half drive for him. You getting any bites at all? I know, it's dead. Yeah, me too. You gotta think about going to a different beach, dude.
Yeah, I want to fish until you're done and then something out a little bit. Any bites over here?
Nothing. That's why, man, the wave action looks awesome. I mean, yeah. I can't believe we're not getting any bites. So it's been slow for Thong too. He said he only had that one bite about the same time I did. And that's probably at least, what, 20-25 minutes ago. Okay, so I've been here an hour and 10 minutes now. I'm guessing I've got in about 15, maybe 20 casts. I don't think 20, but around there. And only one bite that I could feel. So Thong and I decided we're going to go head right to the north and try that, since we're getting skunked on the south. If we get zero action up there, that's it for us. And Thong's going to go find another beach. I'm sure he can do much better than here. Okay, so now that we're at the north, what I see, it's pretty shallow here. So there's a bunch of successive crashing waves, but because it's so shallow, the big waves are way out there. I just got a small flounder, probably about what, 3 or 4 or 5 inches, not even 5, probably more like 3 or 4 inches. Hey, at least he didn't get skunked though. Let's go take a look at his monster catch. Did you get a monster? Hey, at least you didn't get skunked. Small flounder. Hey, you didn't get skunked? That's good. Oh, spines. He's not happy. Thong just got his second flounder, I think the 3rd cast in 3 casts. So he avoided a skunk twice. Just somewhere waiting for Thong. So I've been here an hour and 33 minutes. I'm guessing I got in about 20 to 25 casts, maybe more like 20, because I got about 15 on the south, 5 on the north, and other than that one bite on the south, I've had zero action, so it's been really slow. Thong hasn't had much action. He just got 2 small, tiny flounders up here on the north, but other than that, he only had 1 other bite down at the south as well. The wave's been slow. This is probably 4 out of 5 trips or 4 out of 6 trips where I've been skunked. So hoping that action's gonna pick up at weight soon, or I can just find the right tidal height. All right, that's it for today. Pleasure always fishing with Thong.